Linked list operations. There are various linked list operations that allow us to perform different actions on linked lists. For example, the insertion operation adds a new element to the linked list. Here's a list of basic linked list operations. Traversal access each element of the linked list. Insertion adds a new element to the linked list. Deletion removes the existing elements. Search, find a node in the linked list. Sort the nodes of the linked list. Things to remember about linked list. Head points to the first node of the linked list. Next pointer of the last node is null, so if the next current node is null, we have reached the end of the linked list. In all of the examples, we will assume that the linked list has 3 nodes 1, 2, and 3 with node structure like this. Traverse a linked list. Displaying the contents of a linked list is very simple. We keep moving the temp node to the next one and display its contents. When temp is null, we know that we have reached the end of the linked list, so we get out of the while loop. Insert elements to a linked list. You can add elements to either the beginning, middle, or end of the linked list. Insert at the beginning. Allocate memory for new node. Store data. Change next of new node to point to head. Change head to point to recently created node. Insert at the end. Allocate memory for new node. Store data. Traverse to last node. Change next of last node to recently created node. Insert at the middle. Allocate memory and store data for new node. Traverse to node just before the required position of new node. Change next pointers to include new node in between. Delete from a linked list. You can delete either from the beginning, end, or from a particular position. Delete from beginning. Point head to the second node. Delete from end. Traverse to second last element. Change its next pointer to null. Delete from middle. Traverse to element before the element to be deleted. Change next pointers to exclude the node from the chain. Search an element on a linked list. You can search an element on a linked list using a loop using the following steps. We are finding item on a linked list. Make head as the current node. Run a loop until the current node is null because the last element points to null. In each iteration, check if the key of the node is equal to item. If the key matches the item, return true, otherwise return false. Sort elements of a linked list. We will use a simple sorting algorithm, bubble sort, to sort the elements of a linked list in ascending order below. Step 1. Make the head as the current node and create another node index for later use. Step 2. If head is null, return. Step 3. Else. Run a loop till the last node. Step 4. In each iteration, follow the following step 5 and 6. Step 5. Store the next node of current in index. Step 6. Check if the data of the current node is greater than the next node. Step 7. If it is greater, swap current and index.